Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the next matchup in the DLC character tournament. And if you're new, yeah, I'm sorry again to all the people who come back. You might fast forward through this or skip ahead, whatever. It's all good. But anyway, if you're new and you want to participate, you're more than welcome to. All you have to do is follow a couple rules. So the way I want you to vote, and it's super easy to vote. Simply down in the comments, type the name of a character. In today's matchup, you can see the two characters in the thumbnail or the title of the video. Simply type one of those characters' names that you'd rather see DLC. If they're deconfirmed, disconfirmed, in any way, none of that matters. This is all for fun. All right, all for fun. So vote for who you want. It's also a double elimination tournament, meaning character has to lose twice before they're officially eliminated. This tournament goes until there's a winner, obviously. We're going to complete the whole tournament. And then, I think that's pretty much it. One vote per person. That is another rule. And then voting stays open for 1 week. So with that out of the way, we usually start these episodes off by going over the results from the previous week. And the previous week was in the winner's bracket quarterfinals, which had Banjo-Kazooie taking on Rayman, another big-time matchup between, well, two big-time characters, honestly. And this was very interesting to see how it's going to shape up. And it was definitely not a blowout by any means. I expected it to be pretty quick, not quick, but pretty close. And for the most part, it really was. So let's see. Here's the results. All right, so there we go. Banjo ended up winning 61 votes to 47, so only won by, what, 14? So that's not terrible considered, you know, some other ones that we got, like Banjo beat Elma 68 to 21, Rayman beat Master Chief 66 to 27. So, I mean, the voting was still close. So, Banjo gets to move on, but Banjo gets the task of facing Shantae in the semifinals of the winner's bracket. But if you are a fan of Rayman, don't fear, Rayman just goes to the loser bracket. So let's show you where Rayman falls. So Rayman will fall to it's not game 46, it's out of whack, but just falls to the loser bracket, and Rayman will end up taking on actually the winner of today's matchup, Dr. Eggman from the Sonic series, taking on Dixie Kong from the Donkey Kong series. So yeah, whoever wins this is facing Rayman in the next round, and I think that this matchup will be next week, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so let's jump into it, shall we? So let's start off with good old Dixie Kong. So, okay, so personally, real quick, there's a few things I'm going to go over Dixie Kong that I want to, because I've been seeing a few people in the comments saying, all right, I can understand Dixie Kong, but I don't see how her moveset would differentiate from Diddy Kong. So I'm going to kind of go over that in just a bit. But personally, Dixie Kong, I always say this because I truly feel it. She's one of the last remaining true Nintendo All-Stars. It's a crime she's not in the game right now. I mean, if she was an Echo Fighter, at least she would be playable in the game. I just think she deserves to be on the roster at this point. I truly feel that. So whether an Echo or Unique Fighter, she deserves it. She's a Nintendo All-Star. Let's face it. She deserves it. I just said that like 10 times. Anyway, so let me get to the moveset. So a lot of people are like, all right, Dixie Kong is a straight-up echo of Diddy Kong. No, there's actually a lot of differences. Yes, there are also similarities. Okay, so Diddy Kong is neutral, B button. His attack is his peanut pop gun. And, you know, you could just press it and fire out a peanut. Or you can hold it to charge it up a little bit. Well, that would kind of be the same thing. Dixie Kong has a bubblegum bubblegum gun. So it's kind of the same thing. It could fire out, I guess, bubblegum or something like that. It's kind of the same there. But one big thing for Dixie Kong you have to take into account when making a moveset for her is her ponytail. I mean, if you think about Shantae as well, a lot of people are like, all right, Shantae, her moveset, you have to include some sort of hair whips in there. I don't know, hair dash attacks. I don't know, something to do with the hair. Same thing with Diddy Kong, especially like her jump. She could have kind of like a hover, or her ponytail kind of twirls behind her, and she can kind of hover across the stage. You got to include that for sure in her jumps, but you can also use her hair as a whip for attacking wise. She can do that for sure. I mean, there's similarities. I already said this, but there's similarities, there's differences. I think there's enough to at least warrant Dixie Kong a semi-echo spot. I think she would be. I mean, her and Diddy Kong. I'm pretty sure they're like the exact same size for the most part. So, I mean, hitbox wise and all that kind of stuff. You know, technical gameplay wise, they're pretty much the same. I suppose maybe you could make Dixie Kong. You know, you could maybe make her a bit lighter or maybe a bit faster or something. You know, to kind of still separate the two, but they'd still be pretty close in my opinion. So. I don't know. There's moveset wise. Again, I had something written down, but I can't. I don't know where I put that. I had something written down for her moveset, and I wish I would have just kept it right here, but I didn't. But I had more for her moveset. There's a lot more that you can do for her moveset. I know I named 2 moves, but yeah, just there's more to her than what meets the eye. You know, she's not just a straight up Diddy Kong clone. I know a lot of people think that, but she's really not. She's really not. She's a semi-Echo at best, you know, or at worst. I don't know. Anyway, Dixie Kong, yeah, to me, definitely deserves a spot on the roster at this point. I mean, look how big the roster is. What do we got? 72, and that's not including, you know, that's including everybody as one, not like the Pokemon trainer counts as one, and the Mii fighters all count as one. So, 72 characters, and Dixie Kong's not on the roster yet, but we have characters such as Corrin or, you know, some of the lesser known, whatever, that's a different issue as well. But let's just move on to Dixie Kong's opponent. One of the surprises of the tournament, and I love surprises. I love Cinderellas. I'm big into, like, college basketball, like March Madness, something like that. You get those Cinderella teams that kind of just, you know, surprise everybody, take everybody by storm, and they just go on a big upset spree, just keep knocking out big time characters, making their way further into the tournament. To me, Dr. Eggman is kind of doing that. I mean, I just want to see who he's faced so far. So, Dr. Eggman ended up beating Hayachi. I think that's a big upset, honestly. And then Dr. Eggman did lose to Sora, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. And then Dr. Eggman also defeated Edelgard. You could say there's some help because people just don't like hitting more Fire Emblem characters, but so Dr. Eggman, villain, always room for more villains. When it comes to DLC, Nintendo is going to want to make it a priority to have characters that are known, that have big fan bases. Eggman in the Sonic series, they have that. And plus, Sonic himself has been in Smash Bros. Since Brawl. He's the only third-party character to appear in 3 games. Only third-party character to do that in playable form. So that right there is outstanding. Plus, if any series from third-party deserves a second rep, shouldn't it be Eggman? Or it could be Eggman, but shouldn't it be Sonic? I mean, Sonic, Nintendo, Sega work very well, very closely together. They've had the Mario and Sonic crossover games. I mean, Nintendo and Sega have had their IPs clash before, so why not? I mean, I kind of feel Sonic series deserves a second rep. I mean, should have been Shadow, could have been an Echo or semi-Echo of Sonic, could be Tails, could have been Knuckles, could be Dr. Eggman. And how would Eggman work? I found this online. This is actually really, I kind of like this. And this is how I really envision Dr. Eggman to be played. He would play in his, like, his vehicles, I guess? I guess that makes the most sense, but you got, like, egg drill, egg flame. So he just kind of drives around in a cart, or he can like fly around or whatever. You know, just a lot of stuff like that. So similar to like a Bowser Jr. kind of moveset. I think envision something like that, but Dr. Eggman, and he's got his own stuff. You know, egg hammer, egg drill. I mean, egg mine. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with Eggman. It'd be extremely unique playstyle wise. Like I said, the only thing you could really compare it to would be Bowser Jr., but that's kind of how I would envision, and I think that'd be the best way to incorporate him as well. So, yeah, Dr. Eggman. I mean, what's more to say? He's been a big surprise, like I said, in the tournament so far. I could see him winning this one as well. I really can. I guess it just depends on, well, who's. Just depends on the number of votes, pretty much, plain and simple. So, who am I going to vote for? For me, I'm always going to vote for Dixie Kong unless it's, you know, a character that I personally, truly, really want. And in this case, I'd still rather have Dixie Kong. So, again, I just feel Dixie Kong should be in the roster playable form by now, honestly. Either as an Echo or a brand new unique fighter, she should be on the roster. So, Dixie Kong gets my vote. But I guess that's the only question that's left is who you going to vote for. Pretty simple. Dixie Kong or Eggman. Type it down in the comments. But yeah, so I guess that's going to be it. So we'll go over the sneak peek for tomorrow's episode. Let's see. So if that's the results. All right, so the matchup tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's matchup is Shantae. Wow. Shantae and Banjo going at it tomorrow. Whew, that should be a good one. That should be a good one. And then the results. Who do we get? Oh, results are up here. Results we will get for Lloyd, Irving, and Gino. Can Lloyd Irving also kind of continue a little Cinderella story? Yeah, I mean, defeated Steve last round. I know there's a few people in the comment section that were upset about that, and they want Lloyd to be done. So we'll see about that. But and then Gino defeated Paper Mario. So it is a winner's bracket. We'll see how this keeps going. So get the results of that tomorrow and the matchup tomorrow. That just screams amazing to me right there. Shantae against Banjo. Let's see how that one plays out. But anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual. I look forward to all the voting again. And looking forward to tomorrow's matchup again. I'm always looking at the next matchup. These are so fun. But yeah, that's it for this one. So hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.